Alright, can you see this? Okay. So we're going to start a new drawing here. This is Fusion 360. It's an Autodesk. They came out with it maybe 2 years ago. It's really awesome. You can design here, you can program, the 3D printer I have, you can program WaterJet. It's just really a very all-inclusive program. You know, I come from the old school, going way back from 2D AutoCAD, and then all of the progression of programming softwares and whatever. And this is, I think, kind of the future. The old programming systems, those guys ought to be absolutely shitting themselves with Fusion. It's just kind of a game changer. But anyway, so it's what I like. It's fairly inexpensive and it does everything. I have to kind of backtrack a little bit sometimes because it's new to me. So I have to backtrack and unlearn a little bit sometimes to learn how Fusion works. So I still am working at it. I'm not super efficient with it like I was with, say, SolidWorks, which I was super fast with and could do really complicated things. And I'm getting there with Fusion, but it's taking me a little while. So anyway, we're going to start by drawing a plane, and we're going to choose that plane just because I like that plane. It sets up our Z and Y and X later, and I'll explain that why I do that, why that I oftentimes draw on that plane. It doesn't really matter, you can draw on any plane you want, but sometimes when I start generating the program, it makes it easier to select the coordinate system, and maybe we can get into that. Anyway, so we're going to draw a line, choose a line, and just go off of the center, and we're going to make that line 5/8. Now I mix everything up with, because a lot of the material I use is imperial sizes. You know, that's just the way we do it in America, so I'm always mixing and matching. I really wished we would finally switch over to the metric system. It's just better, but that's a discussion for another time. So since the material I have, and what we're going to do is this is going to be the pad that I welded on, the cable boss, and then we're going to go off of there up to the fork boss. So this is that center point. Since we kind of we know what that center point is, we know how far that is and what that angle is. We're just going to use that, start from there. You can really start anywhere, but that's just the way I'm going to do it. And I do things different than everybody. And I think the cool thing about designing as a solid model is that there's no one way to do anything. So choose what works for you and what makes you happy and run with it. By the way, we've got a little licorice spice tea. It's not Earl Grey. That's for designing round stuff. We're doing square stuff today. So get your tea in order. Hold on. There we go. Now we're ready. Okay, so let's come down and we'll just make that, and we're just going to throw this out there for right now. We want to make that. See how if I come down and touch off that line, it gives me a parallel. Well, actually it's not, but whatever. You know what? I'm going to do this the other way and come off of here so we're not fighting that. Okay, and then we can trim this, trim array, and then let's pull up a dimension, and we want to do, remember this was 15 degrees, so 165, which is 180 minus 15. Now, is that exactly right? No, because our center line of our hole is actually right here. So we'll play with this just a little bit. Work with me a little bit. Okay, and let's make this 1/2 inch. No, let's go 551. We'll keep it a little bit metric. We'll throw some metric. We're gonna mix it all up here. And then really our hole. And you know what we could do is you know what we could have done let's do this. So here's why you can just, if this doesn't work for you, just change the game. So what I'm thinking is, let's draw a circle. And that's really our whole point. And we'll just pull up a line from there to there. We know that this line is supposed to be, right there, 3.5. And then this angle is the 165. Okay, wow, we don't want that to turn. So let's go with a perpendicular to, no, we want this horizontal. This one right here. These are our constraints, and so we're not going to get into that. Okay, so let's do this circle. Come on. There we go. Let's go 551. And then let's draw a circle on the inside that will represent our hole, 0.256, which is the ID of an 8mm hole. And then let's draw a line from there up to there. And then we will put it to the tangent point, so we'll click that and see how it picks up that tangent point. And then we can trim that guy. And we can get rid of you because we don't need you. And then let's do another line. And what we want to do is let's start it here. Come on, line. And we click on this because I want it to go parallel. And we don't really care about the size right now, but I don't want to fight it for a second, so we're going to just do that. And then let's do the same tangent point from there to there. Okay, and then we can trim all of this stuff up. Trim you, trim you, trim you, trim you. Trim you, trim you. Let's do a, we don't want to trim, we wanted a dimension. So let's go 390, which is 10mm. The head of an 8mm, the depth is usually the same as the diameter. So if we went 315, that doesn't give us a lot of wall. Maybe let's bump that up to 450. Just cuts. Okay, and then I think that will work okay. That will do all right. We have our angle in, we have that dimension. Let's put a slot, since there's just a lot of wasted material, let's just do a slot down the middle of this. So we'll just put it here, and I'm just going to, again, I'm going to just touch on that line, and then that will give me a parallel. And it doesn't matter. Right there, it gives us a 90, and then we'll come back down at a 90. And then another line, we'll just cross that. I don't really know why sometimes it doesn't pick up. It might be that I'm a little bit retarded. I'm not saying I'm not, but sometimes. Okay, and let's go 260. Because we're going to use a 1/4" end mill to slot that, and so it just gives us a little bit of room. And then we can do this. So we are 551 minus 0.260 divided by 2 is 145. And that'll put us right in the middle. Let's dimension up to there. Let's go 400. Let's leave that there. I kind of like that. Let's put some fillets, filet mignon on here. And let's put those at 127. Yeah. So that'll leave us a little teeny tiny flat right there, which is okay. But it gives us a little bit of room, so we're going to roll around that corner with the end mill. It's going to be short enough that we don't have a chatter issue anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But we'll just give it a little bit of room so it can roll around the corner instead of just barking into a dead corner and barking into a dead corner. Not that it's that much. We're only talking 2,000s, but just work with. Could you work with me a little? God. Okay, and let's extrude this, and we're going to extrude it down an inch, just for enough. Okay, so this is where our boss will mount, so we're going to need a hole right here, and then this, our boss, that brake caliper boss that's on the fork, will thread into here. So we have a lot of wasted material. Let's put this hole 0.256 again. No, it's going to be a through hole. So we want to go. Let's go 320, and we want to go down. And so our dimension, if you remember, down was 0.560. And then we want to put it in the center of this boss, which is 312. Okay, so now we have to get rid of all this extra material that we don't need. So I'm thinking let's just put that to that tangent point right there. And then we can draw a line because we don't really need that much there. I don't want that. See, sometimes it pulls up this constraint line, and I don't know where it comes from, and it did it again. And sometimes it causes problems later, and it just, I don't know. If you know, in the comment section, tell me why. 0.390, okay. And then let's draw another line. Let's do see it, and it trims back to there. Maybe I'm causing my own problems. Then let's do an arc. So from there down to there, and we'll just put that like that, and then put a tangent. Look, we need a tangent. U to U, and then I think we can do a collinear. No? How about a coincident? Will coincident do our job? I don't think so. We need a what do we used to use on SolidWorks? I don't remember. So let's just pull that. Actually, I don't really care. We could kind of have it anything we want. Let's go 9-inch. Let's go 10-inch. I'm just calling out a radius. It looks pretty close. It's really not important. We're just kind of goofing here. So we've got that. And then let's do the same. We could do a that's going to be goofy, isn't it? All right, let's cancel that. Let's do another arc. Let's go from about right there to there. And we'll just make it tangent. See if we attach that line. Now, I don't know if it's going to allow us to do a tangent here. Oh, yeah. So what it did is it kind of pulled it down, which is okay. We're all right with that. So we got that. Let's trim that up. Okay. Let's get rid of you and you and you. Okay. And then we'll just draw some lines This is something that I do that it doesn't really seem to matter much. That was not where that endpoint was it? No, it's clear over here. Okay, that's alright. Let's trim you up. Got you. Gotta get rid of you. Okay, and let's extrude this. Oh. And we'll extrude that all the way through. Fusion knows to cut it, so there we go. So we have kind of a bracket there. We're going to need to put a counter bore on here, so let's choose the center of that. And 551 is, I think, the head of a 8mm bolt, right? May have to adjust that later. That's all right. And then we'll just make this, and we're going to go down 0.315 because the head is the same as the diameter. That'll be a threaded hole. Oh, we missed this. Look at this. Look at this little step. That's not good. So we're just going to go back to, so in our timeline, which is down here, it shows us everything we've done, every step. So we're just going to pick that up and go back in here. And we're going to have to choose, we want to choose this. Okay, it's going to let us choose that and that. Okay, you know what we need to do? Let's change the drawing. And we'll put, let's trim you. And then we'll just put that to there. Okay. Okay, that's better, right? There's just a touch of a step. Okay, let's try this. Let's make that. Let's make this. I think we can do that tangent to there. Nope. How about concentric? Mu? No? Alright, let's go back to our negative 0.01. Alright. You're done. Get out of here. Trim. Okay, let's do this. Let's do another arc. 3-point arc, and we're going to do it from that point. And then let's just put it right there for now. Okay, and then we want to get rid of you. We don't want dual things going on, and then, okay, and then a tangent with you and you, and then we'll trim you up, trim that guy. Oh, no, we don't want to trim all of that. Okay, well, automatically trim for us. Okay. Then we need to go back and fix this because now it's just chosen a bunch of stuff. So let's get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you, and cut through. Okay, there we go. And that looks better. That's a nice smooth tangent point. Okay, so we got to leave this corner sharp because it is going to be at our boss, but this outside one we can put a nice big fillet Let's go 3 inch. Yeah, let's not go 3.